Peace and blessings, family. We're back with another Hebrew word study. The word that we're studying is the word Nekar, the word for discern. All right, the definition for the word discern is to scrutinize, to look intently upon, to acknowledge. To scrutinize means to observe or investigate closely. To acknowledge means to admit or show one's knowledge. With many Hebraic concepts, there's a negative or a positive charge depending on the context in which the word is used. Discern in a positive context, we associate with recognition. Discern with the negative context, we associate with suspicion. The word Nekar is built from three Hebrew letters, the Nun, the Kaf, and the Resh. From this word we get two sets of parent root words. The Nun and the Kaf, or Nekar, means to smite, to scourge. The Kaf and the Resh, or Kar, is connected to a lamb, a he-lamb, or a ram. Once we combine these two concepts, these parent roots give us the short definition of Nekar, which means to scourge the lamb. In Hebraic thought, we have three different lenses in which we can conceptualize these words through. There's an action picture, a concrete picture, and an abstract picture. With the three Hebrew letters in the word Nekar, the Nun represents a seed, the Kaf represents hands, and the Resh represents man, or the head of man. Through the lens of action, seeds grow and spread, hands open and bend, men begin work and bow the head. Combining the action form of these words, we get the spreading of open hands upon a bowed head. Now, through a concrete lens, seeds can also represent offspring. Hands can open to receive or close in defiance. A concrete picture of a man is a priest or a chief or ruler. When we combine the concrete applications of Nekar, we get the offspring's portion from the ruler. And finally, through the abstract lens of Nekar, seeds in the process of time continue and increase. Hands can be used to subdue or to pacify. The head of man is positioned at the top of the body. Man in his degraded form brings him low, which represents evil. Upon combining these abstract pictures of Nekar, we have to increase and subdue evil. Now, to prove all things, here are some supporting scriptures. The initial definition we got for Nekar was to scourge the lamb. We have Hebrews 12:6. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. Christ, the Lamb of God, received scourging and chastening from the Lord, and was found worthy. Isaiah 53:10. Yet it pleased the Lord to bruise him. He hath put him to grief. When thou shalt make his soul an offering for sin, he shall see his seed, he shall prolong his days, and the pleasure of the Lord shall prosper in his hands. The Father looked intently upon Christ's suffering, as he suffered for righteousness' sake, and because of this, the pleasure of the Lord shall prosper in his hands. As Christ walked, we are also called to do the same. 1 Peter 2:21-22. For even hereunto were ye called, because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example, that ye should follow his steps, who did no sin, neither was guile found in his mouth. If the Father were to intently look upon you, to scrutinize you, to spread his hands upon you, what would he find? Psalms 139:23-24. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts, and see if there be any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. Psalms 119:71. It is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I might learn thy statutes. In the trial of adversity that you're enduring, are your hands open to receive, or are your fists closed off in defiance? Proverbs 20:11. Even a child is known by his doings, whether his works be pure and whether it be right. The portion given to the set-apart ones by the Father is allowing his pleasure to prosper in their hands. Hebrews 5:14. But strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age, even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. 2 Corinthians 13:5. Examine yourselves, whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves, how that Jesus Christ is in you, except ye be reprobates? Those whom the Father intently looks upon with recognition will be deemed righteous. Those whom he intently looks upon with suspicion will be deemed reprobates. Matthew 7:22-23. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works? And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. When the Father's investigation comes to a close, the righteous will be increased, and the wicked will be subdued. Proverbs 13:21-22. Evil pursueth sinners, but to the righteous good shall be repaid. A good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children, and the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just.